The Hard Way. The Hard Way was a hard song for me to write. It's a song that dives into some of the darker parts of my story. I mention one of the more traumatic moments of my life in the second verse of the song, which is I had a ruptured fallopian tube and a really intense near-death experience via an ectopic pregnancy a few years ago. And that was just one of the several times in my life where I've come really close to not being here anymore. And, that leads you to questioning all kinds of things, questioning what's important. And so The Hard Way is about a life that maybe started in one direction and has taken some twists and turns, and it's dancing your way through it. You're learning to sort of dance your way through these hard moments. And the chorus says, they call it straight and narrow, but my road's twisted up. My guitar's getting heavy as I go. I'll carry love in my right hand, the left one holding yours, my friend, and the hard way is the only way I know. And it's just acknowledging that some of us have paths like that, and holding space for those hard things and not looking away from it. It was an important song for me to write, and it finally felt like the right time for me to write that down and put it out there. And I think you can hear the sort of rawness of the story in the vocal for that song. Oh, the production for this song it was a lot of fun to build it out. This song, it's sort of a hymn in a way. It's a hymn for the world weary and the weathered and the broken, and I wanted it to have the feeling of twists and turns in the music. And so it has a key change that happens several times in the song, in the instrumental section, and we've got some really great players on it. We've got Neil from American Aquarium is on pedal steel in this song, and his vibe that he brought into the song really helped a lot. There's some beautiful mandolin playing, fiddle, and Dave Coleman in Nashville played on it.
Who played mandolin?
Tammy Rogers King from Steel Drivers played mandolin on this song, and she added so much color to it. And it's an arrangement that gets really big in the choruses and then comes really tight down in the verses, and then those key changes happen, and it sort of takes you. The idea is that it's a winding road. It's not a straightforward journey. And so doing songs like this with lots of twists and turns are tricky to do when you're not tracking live with a bunch of people in the room with you. When you're doing things, I'm playing all the instruments that I can play and then handing it off to remote collaborators the way we did this album. And it's kind of incredible to me how each musician has leaned into the songs, even though I'm not in the room with them. And they've leaned in, they brought their heart into their performances. At least it certainly feels that way for every single one of them. And so I think it's kind of incredible the way the parts, especially on this song, they all lock in, even though nobody was in the room together, when they tracked it. And I'm really incredibly pleased and just grateful for every single one of the folks who played on it to make it what it is.